My man,
Malik.
DJ A-Rich.
What's happening?
AKA Alvin. Alvin, right?
Alvin, yeah.
There it goes. A-Rich, welcome. Yeah. How you doing? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good. I'm here, my brother. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
you're used to kind of being on the other end of this. I am. Your history in radio, I mean, you're kind of used to interviewing people when you're not DJing, right?
Yeah, so it feels a little weird, but it feels good, you know what I'm saying?
Sit back, relax, you're in the passenger seat.
Have a little drink and, just relax on the couch, man.
Well, thanks for being here, man, and just wanted to have a conversation, let the people know you a little bit, and man, I'm so glad I met you. I'll start off by saying that. I said that when I first met you, man, I think from the first 10 minutes I knew not only were you a good person, not only did you have this energy that I resonated with, but you had this like talent. I already knew. I was like, oh man, this guy, I haven't even seen him DJ yet.
Yeah,
and so man, you moved from Colorado to Florida, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so you originally from Colorado, man?
Originally from Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado.
Grew up there, man. So, coming out to Florida was a major move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, again, when I ran into you, a lot of things changed for the better too. Yeah. So it's been a change, but I've been loving it, bro.
Yeah, man. How was it growing up in Colorado, bro? What was that like?
It was fun, man. I mean, a lot of people looked at Colorado as a small cow town. They didn't like, oh, there's farms. I'm like, no, there's more than that. Nah. You know what I mean? You got your skiing, you got your outdoors, you got shows. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. Outdoor activities happening in Colorado,
and
man.
Hills, you got to walk up hills.
And the air is very thin.
Yeah, no.
So coming down to Florida, I'm like, I think I'll run like a couple miles today.
Yeah. And so Denver, so growing up Denver, how old are you?
36.
36. Okay.
36.
So growing up in Denver, what was music like? What was like your first experiences with music growing up?
Growing up, man. My mom, she listened to a lot of hip hop. So, my first concert was, I was 13. Okay. It was the No Limit Tour, Master P.
What?
Yeah.
Make them say, nah. Do they have monster trucks and stuff inside?
I think they had a couple of the tanks.
The tanks,
there.
Right?
Not like real tanks, but they had the tanks.
Yeah, I remember the tanks, right? They had gold chains, all that. So your first concert was like South rap, No Limit.
No
wow.
Limit. So growing up, that was, of course, being more on the West Coast. I mean, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, those were, my guys. But my first concert, Master P and
that's crazy.
The No Limit Tour, man.
Man, okay, so you grew up listening to hip hop. What were your parents listening to?
Hip hop. My mom, she loved R&B too. So, we're talking about Jodeci, Mm-hmm. We're talking about SWV, Escape. So anything 90s R&B is definitely tapped in. And then again, my mom, she put me on all the hip hop stuff. So
shout out Mom.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what my parents are listening to, man.
Okay, so obviously we're fast forwarding through a lot of your life, but when do you pick up the ones and twos? When do you start DJing?
The ones and twos, I think honestly, I was always into music. So growing up, my grandparents had got me a piano, and then got me a keyboard.
Like a Fisher-Price one?
No, like a real, let me hit the keys, you know what I mean? So I was always around music, and also growing up in the church, you're exposed to all the instruments and everything.
Absolutely.
And then, but what got me into DJing was working at a radio station. So, I'm fresh out of high school. Now I'm going to school for broadcasting, but now I'm interning at a radio station, like the big one in the city, the one that I was like, this is my first concert. So it was crazy how it all played out to where, the radio station who's throwing a concert, now I'm working for that radio station. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Yeah. And being around other legendary DJs, you know what I mean? So I was interning, and they would have a mix show, and I remember the DJs was just cutting it. I'm like, I want to, and at that time, my friend, we would have house parties in his basement, and he had these turntables. They were just turntables, you know, respectfully. I ended up buying them from him. Nice. But I remember seeing it, and I remember telling the DJ, I said, hey, man, like, I want to, you know, can I watch you guys? He was like, yo, I got a record pool, you know, come down. And it's that time before a computer, so started on vinyl. So you know what I mean?
Actual real life record pool.
So it was.
For those of you who don't know, a record pool now is like you go online, you pay $20 a month, and you get like a pool of songs. This is a real life record. I gotta come with my records.
Real life record pool. So you know, you're like you're leaving with boxes of vinyl. You know what I mean? And so that's when my start happened, man. And then throughout the years, you know, different systems started integrating to where like, all right, now we can take this to the computer. You know what I mean? And
LimeWire.
Yeah, oh my God. Viruses. But I got it though. Who needs it?
Hey, I got it. You want it? It ends up being a Soulja Boy song.
Yeah, man. So you know, the being at the radio station kicked that off for me.
Okay, so then, when do you go from being in the radio, DJing at radio, to like private event, wedding world? I mean, how does that happen?
I mean, just like anything, you know, you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So I think for me, over the time where I got into private functions was just word of mouth. You know, they were like, hey, we need a DJ. We're having this kickback at the crib. You know, we got people coming over. It's a birthday party. Can you DJ? I'm like, yeah. So that was like my first intro into that. And then just referrals, man. People coming through. They got their holiday parties. That was like the real kickoff. Yeah. And they're like, yo, you're DJing in front of 200 or 300 persons, you know what I mean, at these holiday parties. You're like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I want to do more of this. Yeah. So that's when I started really getting into the private
What do you love? What do you think the big difference between DJing radio and DJing like wedding private events is? What's the big difference?
Wow. I would say with radio, it's more obviously structured. You already know, like, all right, this is what I'm going to play. This is how I'm going to do it. But you still have your creativity. Now, when it comes to, I would say, private functions and weddings, obviously it's a little more, you know, you're really tapping into your creative side because you have different clients, you know what I mean, everybody. But the thing is, with the radio, you're really just appeasing to one person.
Right.
That's the crazy part. You know, you're like, you got masses of people listening to you, but really just that one person.
You know what, you said masses of people, and it just reminded me of what I really love about who you are and what you bring to the table is like, you have this ability to really gather a wide range of people. Like, your personality is so palatable for everyone. And whenever I see you rocking crowds in the videos we get back and stuff, I'm like, dude, A-Rich is like man of the people. Like, whenever you're on the dance, whenever you're spinning and people on the dance floor, you could tell it's for everyone. Yeah, man. Is that something about who you are? Is like, where do you feel I get that from?
Yeah, I would say just being around just different cultures, you know what I mean? Always been around a mixed pot of people. So that's why, like, when it comes to music, I'm like, yo, I want to listen to rock. I want to listen to hip hop, you know, Latin, you know, Spanish music. So growing up and then being around Colorado, it's a mixture of everybody too, you know what I mean? So throughout the years, you start saying, all right, this is my niche. Like, I want to play for people who enjoy music, not just one certain music. I mean, there's a time and a place for it, of course, but for me, it's always been like, yo, I want to be able to tap into everybody in the room.
So then, tell me, what, in your best picture in your mind, what's your most ideal couple and guest to DJ for? Like, paint the picture for me. Like, what's the vibe, bro?
What's the vibe? My ideal couple and
guest?
guest?
What's up, man?
Man, you know, someone, a couple who wants to have fun, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's your big night. You know, to me, it's like, it's your Super Bowl right here.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got people flying in, you got people driving in all over. So, what I like is a couple who enjoys music, you know what I mean, who has a variety of tastes in music.
Not just like one.
Yeah, we just want this one song. Well, no, we want to have a party. And when a couple was like, yo, we want to have a party, we want to have a good time, and celebrate with everybody, I'm like, yo, say less.
Say less.
Like, that's what I want to do. I want to have a good time and party with you guys. And the idea of guests, I'm like, you want to have guests who are like, I'm ready to rage with you.
Okay,
you know
so then tell me, what's your like, Can you remember a time where you had like this crazy couple? Like I could name a couple for you because you're
I got a couple.
You just got published, by the way. I don't know when this is coming out, but man, just got published in Style Me Pretty. Well, that wedding was amazing. The one in the Keys with Allison. It was So can you remember it like to date, like a crazy one that you just loved and remember?
I mean, I would say the latest one had to be in New Orleans. Going to New Orleans was a crazy like eye opener for me because for one, I've never seen a second band.
Yeah.
So you seeing like a whole
second line going down.
Second line, you're like, yo, what is happening right
trumpets,
here?
trombones.
Yo, I'm literally running out like, what? Oh my God! Hold on, let me run back in here. Shout out to Mike and Caroline, man.
Yeah.
The energy that they had, and just the vibe of the whole night. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you go through your formalities and you're like, all right, I got to run through this, that. They were like, yo, once we come in, it's on. We going.
No sitting down. I think that's what I loved about the New Orleans style. And shout out to Amanda Price. She was kind of breaking it down for me. She was like, no, man, like we come in from ceremony and it's cocktail hour pretty much till the end of the night, till dancing. It's all standing room, buffet style, family, go grab your food and get on the, dance floor.
And dance. And that's what they did, man. So, and I like couples who just want, they're trusting the creative process as well. You know what I mean? Because I can also understand you've gone to different weddings and you might see something. You're like, well, I don't want this and I don't want that. And I think having couples who are like down to really collab in a way and be like, yo, I trust you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I trust you too. You know what I mean?
It's mutual trust.
It's a mutual trust. You know what I mean?
It has to be. You have to trust me to look, man. Give me 50 songs.
Yep.
Don't give me 300 songs. And don't also tell me like play it in this order. Don't tell me like only play the like. You have to be able to know that I'm like. You tell me, hey man, we don't like this. We don't like country. We don't like line dances. I'll take all of what you don't want. I'll take what you love, and I'll create the perfect soundtrack to your night.
Absolutely.
Give me that trust, and I'll trust you to give me good songs. You know, like, and that's that mutual trust is really important when it comes to the music process. And I love that you said that because a lot of times, if you give me too many boundaries, I can't run, I can't dance,
And I think that's the thing over the years, working in radio, being able to be a part of different formats and different genres. I mean, from pop to hip hop to rock. I haven't done country just yet, but I mess with country. You know what I mean?
Especially when you move to Florida, you gotta get some country in you.
And just being in Florida, man, has also opened up so many different new varieties of music to my ears as well. So,
so my question is, because this is specifically for you, man, because I know you're kind of like Mr. National, international kind of travel, and you do a lot of our travel gigs. And so you're in Florida currently during this interview, but you're moving back to Colorado here soon. But we're still rocking. You're still gonna be. So, what do you love about like traveling and doing weddings? Like, what do you love the most about that?
I think for one, I would travel to go DJ and rock with artists. So, now being able to travel and DJ for weddings.
You back on tour?
It feels like you're back on tour. You know what I mean? Even the drive. The one I did out in Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, that was. You're like, yo, I'm about to go outside my city and go party, you know what I mean? And go make somebody's night special. So it's a vibe, bro. Like it's one of those things where it's like you never looked at that wedding part of traveling. You know what I mean? You always look at like if you're a club DJ or doing other things, you're traveling on the road. But to be like, all right, I'm a wedding DJ, but I'm going here, I'm going there.
Destination
you know what I mean?
wedding DJ, and that's you would curate, man. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo,
okay. So my transition to that is like, okay, you get to travel, you put on these hours. I mean, what's your big why? What's the reason why you're doing all this? Like, is it for family? Is it like, what is your love? Maybe it's the love of this thing, but what's your why, man?
I mean, family for sure, man. Like, especially my wife, man. Like she's my drive. You know what I mean? Like, to be real honest, like when I started, she was there before, day one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she also helped fun, helped the career too. Even my first like laptop. She's like, yo, I just want you to be my rock star.
Come on.
We'll say less. Well, let me go do that. Let me make that happen.
That's
So,
what's up.
over the time, I mean, she's seen the downs and the highs, but also seeing me elevate to a different side of things. You know what I mean? To where before it was like, all right, I want to do weddings, but how? I'm like, I'm more into clubs. But she's my why, man, and why I do it. And really, I just love it, bro. Like, if this is my gift, to make people happy, make people dance and play music, like, yo.
Yeah, man. I feel like you said gift, and I thought, I had to say, what's A-Rich's gift? And at least from my perspective, man, you have a contagious energy, and it reminds me a lot of myself. I know that's like we're giving you a compliment that reminds me of myself.
Yeah, no,
it's a very me thing to do. All right? It's a very me thing to do. But no, your energy, like you walk into a room and it feels a little bit lighter. It feels a little bit better because you're in it.
That's love, bro.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, man. Like when I first met you, it was, when you first go and meet someone, all right, I think that's that person right there. You don't know what their vibe's gonna be, and your vibe off top was just like, yo, like I'm like, yo, wait, he's like right there with me, you know what I mean? Like his energy. And when I first started with Curate with you, man, like being on that first wedding with you, and I was like, yo, this dude, okay, like this is like you took the energy, like you said, to where it was a standard, like, all right, I'm back here, I'm doing my thing. Like seeing your energy, and I was like, okay, so I don't have to be afraid to come out and rock with the people, man. Like I never seen this before, You know what
I remember about that day too? I remember you having like at least 10 moments where you're like, you verbally, you were like, oh, okay, no, this is okay. And I remember being like, he is like actually right in front of me, learning and downloading information.
Yes.
The next time I saw you, I was like, he gets it. He gets me. And here's the thing about energy, though, man. As a fourth grade kid in Brooklyn, New York, they were the school system was trying to tell me that the energy I had was bad.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. The energy itself wasn't bad. It's where I was channeling the energy that was bad. So what I learned is that when I take that energy and I channel it into something good and productive and constructive to the world that helps people, that brings joy, then that energy is the best thing about me.
I love it.
And I think that's one of the best things about you is that you channel your energy into beautiful things and beautiful moments. Man.
And that's the thing, man. Like naturally, like I feel like I'm a shy person too. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
funny. I would
I'm like, yo, until like I'm like, all right, I feel like I gotta open up in here a little bit and act up. So,
no, man, I think it's beautiful, man. I'm so excited to be honest, man, the fact that you could be wherever in the world and you're still rocking with us, and we're going to send you out to rock with these amazing couples, man. I just love having you on the team.
Thank you,
and
bro.
I love whenever I see a signed contract for A-Rich come in, I'm like, yo, like they got lucky. They got lucky.
Yo, man.
So I appreciate you.
And that's love, bro. I mean, again, like when you first start into your DJing journey, you don't know where it's going to be at. You know what I mean? You go through so many different stages in life. And I remember for me, like doing weddings, I was like, I will only do them for family and friends. And I'm like, I don't know. But then coming out here and opening up that other element of, yo, this is the wedding DJ side of it, and you still can have fun and you can make the night.
We turn it into a club. We'll turn it into a DJ
You're like, okay, I love it. And the fact too, like you get dressed up. You know what I mean? I've never been afraid to put on the bow tie. I'm like, put me in a coat. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Hey, Rich, my brother, I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, man.
I appreciate you, Malik.
Until next
seriously.
time, thank y'all so much for watching. Appreciate it.